Is Cali Colombia really safe? What's going on, y'all? It's your man Point Guard coming back to you. And before we get into anything today, I want to read a comment that I received from a Colombian native last week on one of my videos. Here we go. Colombia is a country at war, and traveling to live here is stupid. Any foreigner can be worth $10,000 to the mafia groups that kidnap them. Okay, first off, nobody's kidnapping Black Americans because Black Americans aren't fetching any kind of ransom. Okay. Secondly, when you look at this, do you guys wonder whether you say it in the comments or not, do you wonder if Cali is really safe or not? Well, by the time I'm done with this video, I'll give you the hard numbers. No cherry picking, no good vibes, none of that. The real hard numbers so that you can make a decision for yourself. Here's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm not dodging hard questions or hard numbers. I'm not cherry picking to make Cali look more safe than it actually is. And I'm not going to sit here and act like the history in Cali doesn't exist. What I am going to do is to give you a comparison with a city that you're already familiar with, Chicago, Illinois, and then walking you through the history to show you why that number appears the way it does. Then it's on you to figure out what you want to do with it. Cali in 2025 had 1,065 homicides. That works out to roughly 46 to 47 people per 100,000. Now I want to be real with y'all. These are numbers that I've compiled from my own research, that I pulled things from different sources. So these are my numbers. In 2025, Chicago had 416 homicides, 14.6 people per 100,000. Cali at 46 to 47 per 100,000 compared to Chicago at 14.6 per 100,000. That's 3 times the rate in Cali compared to Chicago. But here's what no one explains when they throw a homicide number like this at you. That armed conflict and street crime are completely different problems with 2 completely different causes. Cali's cartel history, that's the armed conflict side. And it's mostly resolved in a specific area in the country, not in the cities. What actually touches a free agent that would be walking around Cali is the second crime, the street crime. And that number is a fraction of the one I just showed you. So what does that number actually mean for free agents walking around Cali trying to enjoy themselves? Let's go back to the post-Medellin cartel collapse. In the early 90s, the Cali cartel rises. That era built the infrastructure that decades later reorganized into a more specific comuna-style violence. That's not my opinion, that's documented history. And I'll be honest with you, free agents, when I first went to Colombia, I visited Cartagena. And I remember talking to a local there, and he was talking about Cali Colombia. He told me that it was one of the most dangerous cities in the world back in that time. And I'm not gonna lie, that stopped me in my tracks. I knew about the history of the cocaine trade, but I didn't really understand how central Cali was to the operations of the cocaine industry. So when I hear someone say that a place is violent or dangerous, I'm gonna ask, compared to what? Compared to the block I grew up on or the inner city I grew up in? Cali's history is real, but so is ours. The difference is Cali's history is not following me down the street. Now let's actually talk about who lives here, because I can guarantee you it's not what you're picturing. Afro-descendant population in Cali depends really on the source. Afro-descendant population in Cali is dependent upon the source. Anywhere from 45 to 70% of the citizens are of African heritage. Now I'm simply giving you a range of the different sources that I've looked at. So it's interesting how a black city can range from 45 to 70% Afro population. Doesn't that seem strange to you? This is a real black city with real black history. Pacific Coast communities pushed into the periphery of Cali back in the 70s. The displacement is documented. The racism that came along with it is documented as well. And I'm not going to hide any of it from you. And here's something else. some of these YouTube content creators get upset with this saying that Colombians have about foreigners. No dar papaya. Never give away the papaya. Don't put yourself in the situation. They call it victim blaming. And look, I kind of get the frustration. When was the last time America asked you what you did before they put your face on a mugshot? When was the last time they asked you what you're wearing? Or when you reached for your license? Why you were even in that neighborhood? At least in Cali, don't give away the papaya is a cultural thing. It's a saying. But back home in the US, it's policy. It's in the courtroom and it's in the traffic stop. So don't let anyone sell you on the idea that Cali Colombia is a double standard. So here's how and where I'm going to land this for you. Real risk, yes. Concentrated in specific mapped areas, yes. Built on a real history, yes. That's what an informed free agent works with. Not fear, not denial, information. I'm not going to dodge the next part either, because if I don't say it, somebody's dropping it in the comments in the next 10 minutes. The drug scopolamine is real. I probably butchered the name. People have died from it. Here's the actual precaution, not panic. Don't go home with people you just met. Don't let your little head be thinking for your big head. Don't accept a drink that you didn't see get poured. Don't get into a taxi that a stranger has hailed down for you. That's it. That's the whole list. It's the same rule for any big city on earth. Cali's not special for having it. It's just specific for naming it. Fellas, it almost slipped my mind that I'm going down to Cali next week for the Petronio Alvarez Festival. This is an annual festival that celebrates the Pacific Coast, where a lot of African descended people are from. It celebrates the Afro-Colombian heritage, the food, the music, the dance, because salsa was created in Cali, Colombia. So it's going to be the 30th anniversary of this festival. I can't wait. And if you have any questions, put in the comments what you want to see from the Petronio Alvarez Festival, and I'll sure to bring it to you. If you want a real breakdown, cost of living, visas, healthcare, go get your global scouting report. This will detail what cost of living looks like in Cali, Colombia as well. That'll do it for this edition of Next Chapter Forward. I hope you guys got a lot of value from this. I will be traveling to Colombia next week. So if you have any questions, you want me to find out anything for you, put it in the comment section. I read these every day, and I will come back with the answer for you. Okay. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Until next time, holla, yo.